Deb Cooper with the Canine Chronicle, bringing you a Table Talk update with Gail Bisher, the Director of Communications from Westminster Kennel Club. Gail, thank you so much. I know that you are probably pulling your hair out right now, so thanks for taking a little bit of time to talk to me today. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Always happy to talk with you, Deb. And just for the record, my last name is pronounced Bisher, and I fight this battle every day. So
you don't have to tell me twice.
Well, I married into it. Believe me, it wasn't, but what are you going to do?
Right? I married into a very generic name, Cooper. So, so as I mentioned in our last time that we chatted, I have continued to get some queries from our readers and our subscribers. They're very curious, and I just thought, and it would be helpful to them to ask some questions, and I think that's the format that we'll use, if that's okay with you.
That sounds great.
Give you the opportunity to answer those questions. There's a caveat, and that is we're still 4 weeks out, guys. That means things can change. So it's always a good idea to check the website. Go directly to the source, please. Don't, read stuff on Facebook, social media, or whatever. Go to the website. They will give you the correct information, and we, of course, will continue to chat with Gail and keep you updated on this end. So, Gail, as of today, the CDC has made some changes. How is that going to affect the current plan for COVID guidelines?
So right now, our organization is still looking at that because, we have a plan in place, as you all know, and things will change as they just did. They'll change again, I'm sure, over the next 4 weeks, as you said, Deb. So I think our organization is really taking a look at what's the safest route. We know that things are changing and that different venues are handling this differently. So of course we're keeping an eye on what other people are doing, but we also, want to be mindful of our constituency and our judges and, what's best for everybody. So that's something that our board and our show chairman of, safety is number one. And, being conservative is something that we have a history of doing. So my guess is we're going to, probably go down that path, continue down that path. But we'll absolutely look at all the state regulations and guidelines, look at what other venues are doing, and just try and be informed of what's happening in the world, and then make the best decisions based on the time, what we can actually pull off.
Great. And for everyone's information, if you didn't get a chance to read my column last week, Judging Operations with the American Kennel Club has said that while CDC guidelines may relax some provisions, it is up to county, venue, and clubs to restrict that even further. And that would be what takes precedent. So, if Westminster Kennel Club decides to do something a little bit more stringent than what the county guidelines are, I wouldn't be surprised, because there are a lot of venues and clubs that are in fact doing that. Will exhibitors that are going to Lyndhurst to set up be able to set up the day before, the morning of? How is that going to work?
So you'll be able to set up the morning of the day you're showing. The gates open at 6 a.m. So, I would just be ready and be prepared. There will be a line for the COVID health check-in. And so just be prepared for that.
Okay, great.
And if you show, Deb, if you don't show till 3 o'clock, don't show up at 6 o'clock. It would be better, don't be there, 10 hours early if you're not needed,